So these questions were all about the scenario of memory. It's suggesting that if you've got kind of ink printed in a different colour, that it might have an impact on memory. Things like green ink maybe improving memory more than black ink because it's a natural colour and it features a lot in our environment. It says to investigate this, psychologists want to use the laboratory experiment method to investigate presenting words. Oh, sorry, I'm reading the wrong thing. So participants in the study will be obtained by putting up a poster on a notice board in a large local supermarket, asking for volunteers for a study investigating factors influencing memory. What type of sampling technique is this? So it's self-selected volunteer sample because they are responding to the poster on the notice board in the large supermarket. And they're coming to the researcher. It doesn't actually say why, it just says what type, so you get a mark for just saying the type, but if it did say why, then you'd have to kind of go into detail about that. Now, the strength and weakness of this sampling technique, it was clear from your answers that a lot of you hadn't revised it, you didn't know what they were. It's got to link to the sampling technique. So for example, volunteer sampling is, particularly in this case, you're only kind of getting them from the local supermarket. So you can say something like, because they volunteered to take part and they're in that local supermarket, you're not kind of getting, you're kind of getting one type of person. So you can talk about the person being very helpful, but they're still, they're not representative of everybody. So that can be a weakness of the sampling technique. A strength of it is that because they're volunteering, they're probably, not going to drop out from the study. So your sample's not going to suffer from attrition, and your results therefore will be more representative for everybody. Because they've volunteered to take part, they've come to you, so they've responded to that poster on the notice board. It's not like they're going to kind of drop out because they kind of wanted to see what this was about. So that could be a strength of it. You need to put it in context. It says in this study, so you kind of talk about things like, they want to find out if their memory is improved by green ink compared to black ink. Stick something in there that supports what you're saying, but it's linked to the scenario, and then you'll get the marks.